Oh, it's working. Okay, great. So, hi, everybody. My name is Heather Butt, and I am the co-founder of the nonprofit Health for Youth. I'm happy to welcome back our wonderful friend, Sarah Kimmel, who is a student at Princeton University. Uh, I am a graduate of Princeton University, and this is part of the Princeternship program. So this is our last yoga class, but it's been a really great ride, and we think we're going to see Sarah again. All right, Sarah, take it away.
Okay. Thank you all again for coming today. As Heather said, my name is Sarah, and I just want you to know that anytime during the practice, if you need to just take a moment of rest or something is like hurting you or anything, just take any modifications that you need and don't push yourself too hard at all. And also, I am hoping that today's practice is just a moment to really connect with ourselves and won't be too intense or anything like that, but we can hopefully have a good time and feel really good after. Okay, so we're gonna start in a seated pose, our feet crossed in front of us on our mats.
Oh,
Our
by the way,
typical
Sarah,
square.
I see yoga blocks.
Yes, if you have yoga blocks, definitely use them. I know Heather sent some out, but if you don't have any, that's no worries too. You don't
Thank
need
you.
them, but we can use them. Yeah. Great. So we're going to come to our seated pose. Palm of our hands facing upward, our spine reaching tall. And we're going to start taking deep inhales and long exhales. Today, I kind of want to introduce this new technique called Ujaya Breath. So it's when we exhale, our mouth is going to stay closed, but we're going to make more of an audible exhale. So as if you're fogging a mirror. So it'll be more like, and you'll kind of hear like this ocean sound almost whenever you exhale. And this is just a great technique to bring more relaxation. And even outside of your yoga practice, I always like to come back to my Ujaya breath whenever I'm feeling really stressed, if I'm doing schoolwork or something. It's really nice just to listen to your exhale and bring yourself back into the present moment and kind of just calm yourself. So let's take a few of those breaths here. And you can bring your hands over your heart, soften your gaze, or even close your eyes. And we're going to take this time, this practice today, to really connect with our hearts, to connect with ourselves, so that throughout our day we can have maybe more peace, more patience, just a better grounding. And even so that we can radiate this peace and calmness and good energy to our surroundings and the people around us. So really take this time to feel your heartbeat, to bring yourself into the present moment, allowing any thoughts to pass through our mind, and to really focus on how we are feeling right now. You can even bring a soft smile to your face and remind yourself of what you're grateful for. The opportunity to be practicing this morning with other great people, to have healthy bodies, to be able to do this practice, to be able to have the rest of our Saturday in front of us, and anything else. We're going to come back to these reminders throughout the practice, just to ground ourselves even more. And when you're ready, we're going to come into our child's pose. So our feet are going to come together. Your knees can be as spread apart as you would like. And you're going to sit your hips back down as far into your feet as you can, reaching your hands forward, allowing your head to rest on the ground. And take another few deep breaths here. Feeling the nice stretch in your shoulders, noticing maybe if you're feeling tight anywhere or if anything is a little achy, that's okay. And throughout this practice, we're going to be doing a lot of movement where it can be very personal type of movement where we're just going to be moving our body to what feels good to us and not quite worrying so much about what we're looking like. So we're going to start doing this. I want to inhale. We're going to bring our chest forward in between our hands, rolling up. And on the exhale, we're going to bring our hips back down, waving our spine back into our child's pose. So we're going to take this with our own breath, reaching our chest, arcing the spine up, forward, bringing our gaze up, and then rolling the spine back, bringing our hips down to our feet. And do this as slow as you want. You can add some rotation to this if you would like. Just do whatever feels good for you. Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, reaching your tailbone down to your feet. And when you're ready, we're going to come up into our tabletop, our knees stacked under our hips. We're going to raise our right arm, opening our chest up to the sky, and then thread that right arm underneath the left arm so that the right arm is coming underneath the left arm. You can put the left arm as forward as you want. You could have it by your ear, whatever you would like. And if you would like, take your gaze under that left elbow. Coming into our twisted child's pose. And then bring that left hand back beside you, pressing into it, opening the right arm back up, and placing the right arm back down into our tabletop. Let's take this to the other side. Our left arm reaches up, our chest opens to the left, and then we thread that left hand underneath the right arm, bringing the right arm as far forward as you would like, and bringing our gaze under the right armpit. Let's place that right arm back towards us, pushing into it, and opening that left arm back up, and placing it down into child's pose. Into a tabletop. From here, we're going to slide our hands forward, bringing our chest and head towards the ground while keeping our hips stacked over our knees into our puppy pose. And then sliding forward, keep staying low. You can tuck the toes behind you and lift your knees into our low plank. And let's just stay here for a few moments, firing up our muscles a little bit. You can rock forward and back if you would like. Trying to breathe in this position, really engaging the core. And when you're ready, you can drop the knees to do this, or you can just come right up into your high plank. And from here, we're gonna lift our hips, pushing our chest back into our downward facing dog. So you can start our first downward facing dog with our knees bent, and slowly lifting one heel at a time, bending one knee at a time, walking the dog. So one knee straightens, the other one bends, and we're just slowly pressing one heel to the ground at a time, warming up our downward facing dog. And then we're going to take a moment here to stop walking our dog and just settle into our downward facing dog. So our heels are reaching towards the mat, our chest is reaching back towards our thighs, and our ears are pulling away from our shoulders. Really feel your hands and your feet grounded, trying to make the weight evenly distributed among all four limbs. And let's add some of our own movement here. We're gonna roll our spine up into high plank, and then lift with the tailbone, rolling our spine back into downward facing dog. Again, take this to your own pace with your own breath, really trying to feel the waves that your spine is making here. You can make them as dramatic or as small as you would like. Inhaling, coming into your high plank, and rolling back, exhaling into your downward facing dog. And then we're going to come into our high plank. So our shoulders stacked right under our wrists. And we're going to kind of shift our feet so that they're pointing in one direction, and bending our knees so that our hips are kind of coming back towards our feet, and then springing back into our high plank, and then taking it to the other side. So your heels falling to one side, bending the knees, and then springing back into high plank. Other side, bending the knees, sitting back towards your feet, springing into high plank. Just do this a few times. Switching from side to side. Engaging the core. And one more time on each side. Bending the knees and coming into high plank. And let's release back into our downward facing dog. And let's come back to our Ujaya breath here. Inhaling and making that ocean sound as you exhale. And when you're ready, we're going to very slowly and with as many steps as possible, walk our feet up to the top of the mat. So just take as many steps as you would like here. And then we're going to bend our knees once you come to the top of the mat, and release our body into our forward fold. You can bring your hands to your elbows. Let your head hang loose here and sway side to side. When you're ready, you're going to put your hands on the floor, and we're going to walk out this forward fold. So straightening one knee at a time, and while you lift one heel and bend that knee at the other time. So just like we're walking our dog, but instead in standing forward fold position. On the inhale, our hands come up to our shin, our spine straightens as we look forward, our shoulders pulling away from our ears, halfway lift. Exhale, let's release back into our full forward fold. This time letting the exhale take us a little bit deeper. On the inhale, we'll bend our knees and roll our spine up to standing. From here, we're going to exhale, bend our elbows and press our shoulder blades together, opening the chest, looking up. Inhale, you can bring your arms up back over your head. Exhale, bend the elbows, pressing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, arms overhead. One more time. Exhale, bend the elbows, press those shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms overhead. And we're going to slowly come down into our chair pose so that our knees are bent. And then we're going to exhale, release our body back down into our forward fold. And then inhale, rolling our spine back up into standing. So this is going to be our own free movement again. Bending your knees into chair, letting our spine fall down over our legs. And then inhale, rolling up into standing. Do this at your own pace with your own breath. Not really worrying about what you're looking like here. Just doing what feels good. Exhale, really just let your body release. Letting it all go. Inhale, rise tall. And exhale, fold over your legs. Great, just do that one more time. And then we're going to come down into our forward fold. From here, we're going to lift our right leg and step it back behind us. We're going to bring that right knee to the ground. Inhale, raise arms overhead. And then exhale, bring those hands to your hips. So from here, we're going to make sure our alignment is okay. Our left knee should be stacked directly over our ankle. And you can release the back toes if you would like. And our hips are going to be pushing forward our pelvis so that we're really feeling a stretch throughout that psoas muscle in our right leg. Really open the chest here. Look up. And let's take a few Ujaya breaths here. Trying to really relax our body into this position. Notice maybe what is difficult for you here. Maybe you have a hard time keeping your balance. Maybe this stretch is really painful and you need to kind of come out of it a little bit. But just do whatever feels good for you and what is easier.
It's challenging keeping the balance. It
right?
is. It's good. It's like it shows you things you need to work on.
Yeah, if you need to put your hands to the floor even, that's totally fine. I know sometimes when I put my hands to the floor, it helps me feel the stretch more since I'm not so worried about keeping my balance up here. So whatever you want to work on, whatever you want to focus on, just do that. Whatever allows you to relax and feel more comfortable, just take that action.
I'm keeping my hands on my hips. I'm keeping my hands on my hips.
All right, and then we're gonna inhale, hands overhead. And this might be a challenge, but we're gonna tuck our back toes. And on the inhale, we're gonna rise our knee up, bending our elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades. So if you need to put your hands down at any time to help, no worries. We're gonna exhale, bring that knee back down, arms stretching overhead. And we're gonna take this a few times, inhaling, bringing the knee off the ground, pressing the shoulder blades. Exhale, arms overhead. Inhale, shoulder blades press, knee off the ground. Exhale, back into our low lunge. One more time, pressing into a high lunge, shoulder blades pressing. And then let's bring our arms overhead into our high lunge, really feeling the strength in our lower body here. On the exhale, we're going to bring our right palm to the ground, opening the left palm up to the sky, twisted high lunge. Looking up towards the sky. And from here, this is a great place to use your blocks if you need to, placing them beside your feet. No worries if you don't have any blocks, there's another modification we can go into. But we're going to straighten the left leg into our pyramid pose. So your left leg is straight and that front foot is flexed. You can use blocks here, or you can put your hands on the ground. And we're gonna add some motion here. We're gonna come forward into our high lunge on the inhale. And on the exhale, we're gonna release back into our pyramid pose. Inhale, coming forward, chest opening up. Exhale, back into pyramid pose. Inhale forward. Exhale, back into pyramid pose. We're gonna hold it here. So if you don't have any blocks and you need a modification, you can drop that back knee to the ground, or you can even bring it closer to your body a little bit. Whatever is easiest for you today. I'm gonna use the blocks. And feel free to use them on any level, high, medium, low, whatever is best for you. And then we're gonna take a moment to really allow our breath to sink us into this position. Relaxing the muscles. Being okay with any discomfort that may arise. Maybe coming back to our Ujaya breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can put your blocks to the side. And we're gonna kind of lift onto the toes of that back foot and try to slide this front foot back into our three-legged dog. So no worries if you need to take a moment to readjust here. On the exhale, we're gonna come forward into our high plank. And then we're gonna lower ourselves down into our chaturanga, releasing the toes, and then opening our chest up into our upward facing dog. From here in our upward facing dog, you can leave your thighs on the ground, or you can try to press into those back toes, taking the thighs up off the ground. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. Exhale, we lift the hips and rise into our downward facing dog. Let's take a few moments here to breathe. Kind of releasing any tension in our bodies that might have just built up from those deep stretches. And when you're ready, we're gonna bend our knees, look to the top of the mat, and hop or step to the front of the mat into our forward fold. Inhale, we halfway lift. Exhale, we come into our full forward fold, releasing a little bit deeper. On the inhale, we bend our knees and roll up into standing. From here, we're gonna do that same movement that we did earlier. So bending the knees and releasing our body over our legs, forward fold. Inhaling, curling our spine up into standing. And then exhaling, bending the knees, releasing our body back down. So again, taking this to your own breath. Whatever feels good for you. And we're gonna just kind of release any tension that we just built up as well. But this time through movement, connecting that movement with our breath. On your next exhale, we'll come back down into our forward fold. This time we step our left leg back behind us, dropping the knee, releasing the toes. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to hips. So we're going to keep that right knee stacked over the right ankle and really push our pelvis forward with our hands, giving our psoas a nice stretch. Trying our best to open the chest here and look up. And let's take a few moments to relax in this position. If you would like to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can even try closing your eyes. And just bringing yourself into a meditative state. And when you're ready, we're going to curl those back toes underneath. Arms come overhead. And on the inhale, we're going to lift our back knee up and squeeze those shoulder blades, bending the elbows. Exhale, we come back down. Inhale, we come back up, squeezing the shoulder blades, high lunge. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, come back up, squeezing, feeling strong. Exhale, arms back overhead, release down. And one more time. Inhale, shoulder blades squeezing, we come into high lunge. Feel free now to just release your arms up, high lunge, really feeling the strength in our legs. Before releasing our left hand to the ground, opening our chest up into our twisted high lunge. When you're ready, you can use the blocks here if you would like. We're going to press our leg back straight, flexing the front foot into pyramid. Inhale, we come forward, opening the chest, high lunge. Exhale, come back, pyramid. Inhale, forward. Exhale, hips back, pyramid. And one more time, inhale forward, opening the chest. And then exhale, bring our hips back, flexing that foot, folding over into our pyramid pose. And let's take a few breaths here, making sure our hips are square, our back toes are facing forward, our right toes are flexed. And come back to your Ujaya breath here. Really focusing on releasing any tightness in our bodies. And when you're ready, you can move your blocks off to the side. We're gonna come onto the toes of that back leg and then try to slide that back foot up into your three-legged dog. Exhale, we come through into plank and we lower into our chaturanga, releasing the toes, opening the chest, looking forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips back into our downward facing dog. You're doing a great job. Just take a few breaths here. Noticing maybe how you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling like you can come into a deeper position in this downward dog. Maybe you're feeling a little tired. Maybe you're feeling energized. Whatever it is, just accept it as it is. And try to really maybe even feel your heartbeat here again. I know I can feel mine. And let it bring you back to this present moment right here, right now. When you're ready, we're gonna bend the knees, look to the top of the mat, and step or hop to the top. Coming into our forward fold. Inhale, hands come to shins as we halfway lift, spine straight. Exhale, release, full forward fold. Inhale, we bend our knees as we rise into standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. And here we're gonna kind of work on our balancing a little bit. So we're gonna first take our right knee and pull it towards us. You can rotate the ankle here, switching directions. And then we're gonna take our tree pose. So you can either have your ankle, your heel by your ankle, your toes still pressing into the mat. You can bring your foot to the inside of your shin. Or third level, you can bring your foot to the inside of your thigh. So really anywhere along your leg, as long as it's not pressing into your knee joint. Your hands can be up, down, to your heart. You can even cross your hands over one another if you would like. Whatever feels good. You can even just let them move here. If you're having a hard time keeping balance, no worries. Allow yourself to come out at any time. I know if my legs are feeling tired, it's always a lot harder for me to stay balanced. So just be forgiving with yourself and know that the more you practice, the easier it will get. It is also really helpful to focus on a drifty point. So just any point that's not moving, and you're just going to keep your eyes there. And it allows you to keep your balance better. Great. And when we're ready, we're going to take that right knee down, and we're going to take the toes of that right foot and cross them over onto the left side of that left foot, so that our shins are kind of crossing over each other. Inhale, we're going to rise up, and exhale, we're going to gently fold over our legs. Let's add some movement here. So inhale, we'll lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back over your legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold back over your legs. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold back over your legs. And from here, we're going to do kind of a fun transition into our pigeon. As I know Nicole said, this was her favorite pose. And honestly, it's a really great pose to connect with ourselves. So we're going to shift the weight of our, of our body into those right toes. And we're going to try to lift that left foot back behind us so that our right knee is coming towards our right hand. And we're landing into our pigeon pose. So take a moment to readjust. Try to get that back leg straight into the center of your mat. And you can bring that right knee either parallel to the top or even bend it towards your body, whatever feels better for you. We're going to add some movement here. So exhale, we'll fold our body over our leg. Inhale, lift and open our chest. Exhale, release over that leg. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, we rise, opening. And this time we're going to exhale, release our body over our leg. If it's too uncomfortable for you to release the whole way down, stay up as much as you would like, no worries there. But we're just going to really try to slow down our heart rate and really relax into this position. Coming back to our Ujaya breath. Feeling in our body where it feels tense, maybe, or how this maybe even felt different from the last time. And take time here to even close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Let it carry you through any discomfort. And we're going to bring ourselves back to our intention and what we were reminding ourselves, what we were grateful for today. And just think about all those things right now that you are grateful for, the opportunity to be here right now. Any challenges or anything that you've been through, just be grateful to have gotten through and take this moment to really feel the bliss that is there in your life. The great people who are in your life. How strong you are and how you are here today. Doing something really great for yourself, really great for your body. If you feel your mind wandering, that's okay. Acknowledge what those thoughts are that are coming into your mind and try to just bring your thought focus back to your breath. Something that always helps me is imagining all my thoughts like clouds in the sky and kind of just sitting back and watching them pass through the sky, acknowledging their presence and accepting that they're there. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale, place our hands on the mat in front of us, tuck the back toes, and lift up our leg coming back into our downward facing dog. From here, we can walk our dog a little bit more, even shake out that right leg a little bit if you need to. And when you're ready, we're going to come onto our toes, bend our knee, look forward, and step our hop to the front of our mat, releasing into our forward fold. Inhale, we halfway lift. Exhale, release back down. On the inhale, we'll bend our knees, roll our spine up into standing, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take this to the other side. So we're going to bring our left leg, knee, into our chest and roll out our ankle here. You could switch sides if you would like. And then coming into our tree pose. So anywhere you would like to bring your foot onto that leg, as long as it's not on your knee joint. And maybe on this leg, it's a little bit different and you can bring your leg higher, or maybe it's a little bit harder and you need to keep your foot on the ground. Whatever it is, no worries. Just do whatever is comfortable for you today. If you would like to challenge yourself, go for it. If you don't really feel like pushing too hard and just like to take it easy, that's okay too. Again, doing whatever you would like with your hands. Being as expressive with your arms as you would like. And being okay if you fall out, no worries. We're going to take this time here to really feel grounded, as if we are a tree and our foot is rooted into the ground and we're standing tall, supported by the earth, feeling energized. And when you're ready, we're going to release out of our tree. The left toes coming to the outside of the right foot. We're going to inhale, arms overhead, extending the spine, and then exhaling, folding over that leg. Inhale, we'll halfway lift, try to straighten the spine. Exhale, release, folding over those legs. Inhale, we rise halfway up. Looking forward, exhale, release back over those legs. Inhale, we come up, looking forward. Exhale, release, folding over those legs. From here, we'll do our fun transition, putting all our weight into those left toes, and then kicking that right foot back behind us, releasing the knee of that left foot towards our left hand into our pigeon pose. Again, readjusting yourself to whatever feels comfortable. We're going to add some movement here. So inhale, our chest opens up, and exhale, we release, folding over that leg. Inhale, we open our chest up. Exhale, release your body over that front leg. Inhale, we open up. Exhale, release your body. One more time. Inhale, opening up our chest. And before settling down, you can again readjust yourself. Exhale, we're going to hold this pigeon pose for a little bit longer. So finding whatever position is comfortable for you today. And we're going to really bring our focus back to our Ujaya breath here. allowing our body to relax, feeling our muscles relax, releasing any tension. Whenever you exhale, just letting it all go. Again, bringing our attention back to our beginning of our practice on what we are grateful for today in our lives. Bringing peace and grounding into our minds, our bodies, so that we can bring a little more patience and good energy throughout our day, spreading it to others. Just channel that energy right now. Focusing on your breath to carry you through any discomfort you're feeling right now. Just letting your thoughts drift by like clouds in the sky. When you're ready, we're going to plant our hands down beside us. Tuck those back toes behind us. Lift up, pressing into our hands, bringing that left foot back into our downward facing dog. Walk the dog here a little bit. Shake out that left leg if you need to. And when you're ready, we're going to bend the knees, look to the top of the mat, and step or hop between our hands. And then we're going to just gently place our butt to the ground, keeping our feet out in front of us, taking our hands right below our knees. We're going to do some seated cat-cow. So arcing your spine, bringing your chest to your chin, and then inhaling, bringing your chest between your knees, opening up, looking forward. Exhale, release back, chest to chin. Inhale, opening up. And then we're going to slowly roll our spine vertebrae by vertebrae down to the mat. We're going to take this time to bring our knees to our chest, rocking our spine if you would like, giving ourselves a nice big hug here. And when you're ready, we're going to exhale, release our body into our final pose, Shavasana. So letting your palms face upward, our feet flop, just letting our bodies really relax here. Feeling your muscles in your face release. And bringing our focus to our breath. Taking this time once again to feel grateful for the people and this time that we have in our lives to be practicing yoga, to feel strong, energized, peaceful. deep inhales and long exhales. Just seeing how you're feeling right now and noticing if you're feeling any different maybe than you did at the beginning of the practice. When you're ready, we're going to wiggle our toes, wiggle our fingers, opening our eyes, and slowly bring your knees into your chest, rolling onto one side. Taking a moment here, another relaxation, and then gently pushing yourself back up into your seated pose. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, bowing to ourselves. Thanking ourselves for such a great practice, showing up and being on our mat today. I thank all of you for coming today, and I wish you the best in the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Have a great day. Namaste.
Thank you, Sarah. We're going to say goodbye for now to Facebook Live, but we'll be back at 10 o'clock. Namaste.
Thank you.